Since becoming a shepherd, time has become a different thing. I rise every morning before the sun does, have my breakfast, and I go to get the sheep out of the park while the heat of the day is yet to await us. Alma is always eager to get going, more so than the other sheep. They are still asleep when I arrive, but getting them to move quickly gets everyone's heart rate up. I'm cold at first, but as soon as we're walking and the sun rises above the mountain tops, the heat of the day becomes tangible. It gets surprisingly warm, even at this elevation. The sheep walk their route. We all value our routine. But when it gets disturbed, chaos takes over. We return to the park before the sun is at zenith, where the herd sleeps, ruminates, rests. I return to my bed for a siesta. In the early afternoon, I do my chores. And if I have time, I work on my projects. I'm working on a new crook for my friend Andreas. Carving the wood takes time and patience, but I enjoy the slowness of the process. Often, I return to the sheep before the sun has really lost its burn. But it's important the herd eats enough, and sheep require at least 8 hours of grazing a day to sustain themselves. The evenings are usually quiet. The sunset's a daily miracle. We get home in the dark, and once all the dogs are fed, I have a quick dinner, get my breakfast and water ready for the next morning, and go to bed. I sleep no more than 6 hours at night, sticking to the rhythm of the herd. Many things may disturb that rhythm, but it is my responsibility to return to the routine, to weave the herd in and out of the land, in and out of time. It is the sheep.
Shepherd! Come talk to the police.
Sabine, the herd, who are my ultimate responsibility. If the sheep are happy, I'm happy.
You found the body?
Yes. And if they're not, then...
Why did you move it?
The Batus were going to eat it. If they're not, then neither am I.
And you couldn't have taken your dogs elsewhere?
They're not my dogs. I don't know how this will impact the herd, but all I can do...
Then whose?
I wouldn't lie to you.
They're my dogs. Technically, they grow up with the herd and stay there to protect them. They're only used to humans as much as is necessary. They're barely handled. My shepherd has been a very trustworthy employee. He's good for his word.
All I can do is return to our routine. I keep going over these past 2 weeks, analysing the herd's behaviour. Maybe they have been a little different.
Do you know the victim?
No. Never seen him before. And I can only wonder whether it's related somehow to this death.
And you've been working on this mountain since the beginning of June?
Yes. Can I go now? I need to attend to my sheep.
It's not our land, though. Not my land. We just have permission to graze it with the herd.
But all that really matters...
Look, sir, all we're trying to do here is figure out
that
how
I
this
need
young woman
to be
died.
back with my sheep!
The sheep. Are there any particular ones you want us to take into custody?
No, I need to go back to my sheep.
Would you come to the station with us for some further questions?
The sheep need to...
I'll take care of that. Go with them.
Will you take Alma?
Of course.
Land's End, A Shepherd's Tale. Episode 2, Lambs. The sun is already low in the sky, and the sheep have barely eaten today. They're restless, not nervous per se, but unsettled, as if the meadow we walk every evening is new to them. But where normally fresh pastures would have them wander with their faces firmly to the ground, to the food, the herd keeps twisting its way through our usual circle around the mountaintop, as if they are chasing something, but never finding it. The sunset is blistering. Even at this late hour I am sweating, climbing up and down again with the sheep. There's only so much guiding and turning you can do with a herd before they just keep running. And I want them to be calm enough to eat. That is our duty. To make sure the sheep eat. 8 hours of eating, 8 hours of ruminating, 8 hours of sleep. That's the plan, at least. And things don't usually go to plan.
Hey. Oh, Una. Look at you. You're covered in blood. Oh, come here. Oh, you always have to stick your nose everywhere, don't you? Curious beast. Ah, yeesh. It's like you got canines in there. Careful with those teeth, eh?
When I grab her, my thumb leaves blood marks on Una's snout, mixing my bright red with the dark red already there. I grip Una's face and stick my finger in her mouth to get her to open her jaws. Sheep are ruminants. They eat a lot and they chew even more. If a sheep has problems with its teeth or mouth, it is a dead sheep walking. But Una's teeth don't look damaged. They look sharp. It's hard to tell while she's moving so much, but glinting back at me from the inside, her mouth appeared to be the usual molars and two long, sharp canines. Unlike anything I've ever seen.
Una, stop! Stay still! Come on, Alma. Get it. Quiet. Fuck's sake.
Are you the shepherd?
Yes,
We'd like to ask you some more questions.
I already answered all your questions last week.
So, early autopsy results show the woman you found was murdered. We identified the victim. She was a part of the group of protesters that's been staying nearby in the past few weeks. We heard you had an encounter with them.
They came too close to the herd. I told them to get lost.
Did you threaten them?
No! I did not. I warned them about the Patus, told them to be careful. The Patus aren't my dogs, and they're mostly feral. I don't own them or train them. They're bonded to the herd, and their only job is to protect the herd. All I can do is tell people to keep their distance.
I see. We need to see where you found the body.
You lot were there all day last week taking photos and whatnot. The sheep are sleeping. They need the rest.
It wasn't a question, sir.
Well, go in then. It's not my land anyway. I can't give you permission.
Yes, well... the dogs.
Death is not uncommon in a shepherd's life. Sheep are sensitive to all sorts of illnesses and infections. And of course we live with the ever-present threat of the wolf in our land. I have lost many sheep to many different deaths, and although death itself does not faze me, I still hold life sacred. Each sheep is a life I held dearly, cared for, set out to protect. Death is often ugly, sometimes scary, and always shocking. It is also a logistical problem. When a sheep dies, I alert the owner of the herd. If the wolf is involved, someone has to come out and record the death officially, so that the owner can be compensated. Of course, as shepherds, the ones who witness and handle death, you're expected to treat it as part of the job. Our loss is not measured in anything, let alone compensated. Even if it is our emotional connection to the sheep that makes us good at our job. The stress of frequent wolf attacks is not something we're meant to speak of, not openly. I sometimes wonder whether the stoic shepherd is a stereotype based on our propensity to enjoy our peace and quiet, or an idealistic version of an employee who doesn't complain, doesn't show emotion, regardless of the circumstances of their existence. I've been suspicious all day that a group of sheep has wandered off. I haven't been able to spot Ronya, and when she goes on an adventure, she always takes the usual suspects with her. I'm hoping we'll find them when we begin our return to the park. Tara! Leave her alone! I swear the sheep are behaving so out of character. Running off without reason, attacking the Patus. I thought I saw one chase after a bird earlier. Oh, I feel like I'm going mad. But something is off. As if the hill we're on has turned by a few degrees. The world is slightly askew. I'm just stressed. The herd is stressed. It's been a strange week. Alright, ladies. Turn around and start heading back. Yip! Yip, yip! Albert! Behind! There we go. That's it. Albert! Enough! Easy, lady. Gentle. And look who it is. Where have you been all day, Ronnie? What did you get up to? Death is common in a shepherd's life. It is life that is special. When I see the first malformed lamb fetus, bloody, fresh and laying dead in the lower meadow, I dread having to tell Sabine and berate myself for thinking of practicalities first. But then there is the second. A small and bloody pile of indistinguishable flesh and bones. And the third. And further in the distance there are more. An uncountable tragedy unfolding across the grass that I am forced to bear witness to. I take my blanket out of my backpack and lay it over the closest lamb. I try to gently fold the blanket underneath the tiny body, and without spilling blood or breaking its bones, pick it up. I carry the body in front of me, arms outstretched as the herd and I walk solemnly back to the park in the fading sunlight. The patoos don't make a sound. The sheep don't put a hoof in the wrong direction. We're a funeral procession tonight as we return to the park. I close the fence behind us and head to the tree, no longer cordoned off with unnaturally bright tape, and lay the blanket down beside it. With my bare hands, I start digging. Alma tries to help. And though I know she is a dog and does not understand, it is impossible not to find solace in her aid. When we have dug deep enough, I lay the lamb to rest. I flinch when the first patch of dirt touches the wet skin of the fetus. There is something visceral about these textures that should not yet have met, but do. A second handful of dirt, then the rest of the pile. And nothing.
Bonjour, Claire. Ça va? Yeah, we're doing okay. Things seem to have settled down a bit.
Out! I said right! Stop! Come here!
I swear to God, this dog.
Milo! Why?
Sorry about that. It's been a strange time. Feels like the herd hasn't settled back in at all after the stress in the past few weeks. I tell you, we had a dozen or so sheep aboard last week. No signs of infection or any other cause. So it's probably just the stress from everything. Oh, 1 sec.
Milo! Tara! Stop it!
Anyway, like every day has been chaos and the herd just won't settle. It's unlike anything I've ever seen. Their behaviour is so strange, deranged. Sometimes I feel like they're changing. Their behaviour is changing from being sheep to being something else. Do you ever heard of something like that? Yesterday, one of them ate a bird. Like, actually caught and ate a bird before I could chase her away from it. That's strange, right? Beyond the realm of normal strange. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just don't really know who to ask about it. I'm doing fine, I promise. I'm just want to make sure the sheep are okay. Hi, Eva. Who gaat het dan? I know we haven't spoken in a bit. I hope the sheep are doing well. I have a weird question. You ever encountered or heard of sheep becoming aggressive? Displaying more predatory behaviour? Like any old tales or something? Anyway, I hope you're well. Bye. Elliot, how are you doing, bud? Hey, quick question. Do you know any tales about altered sheep behaviour? The herd becoming more predator than prey? Anything like that? Just doing some research. Anyway, hope you're all right, man. I know, baby. I'm sorry. I know I don't do a good job very well. I just need a...
Ouais, salut. Et non, j'ai jamais entendu parler de ça. J'avoue que c'est vraiment étrange. Et toi, comment ça va? Bon, si des fois t'as besoin de quelque chose, tu me dis, hein. Allez, bisous.
Hey, hallo. Om je nog te antwoorden, nee, ik heb er echt nog nooit van gehoord. En het klinkt wel heel erg vreemd. Dus ik zal ook een beetje rondvragen en hou ik je daarvan op de hoogte. En laat je ook weten of ik dat voor jou kan doen, want ja, je klinkt echt niet goed. Ik maak me een beetje zorgen, maar ik hoop dat je weet dat we er voor je zijn. Tot snel.
Oh, hey, man. That's a strange question. I can't say I have an answer for you right now, bud. Just stay well, okay? Don't do anything silly while you're up there. We're moving your sheep to a new mountain tomorrow, right? I'll see you there.
Keep them steady! Watch out for the road on the left!
Over! Left! Good girl. That's enough.
Sabines, huh? Ah, lovely to see you with the sheep again.
Oh, it's a delight to pass through the village on our way to the new fields, Alex. Oh, not everyone is so happy to have us block the roads. Let's get them onto the parking lot coming up to let the cars pass. Elliot!
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'll take the front for a bit. We have Sam and Claire on the side, so why don't you two take the back for the last section?
Sounds good.
How are you, my friend? How have things been?
Loaded question, Elliot.
Well, I would be lying if I said there hasn't been any concern for you. But it's all out of love.
At least I can trust you to speak to my face instead of my back.
I may be a gossip, but I am an honest one. But jokes aside, the concern is genuine. Are the sheep holding up okay?
Yeah, we're fine. We're just somewhat shaken up by the ongoing events, that's all. Moving a fresh field should help shake off the scent of the cops and the memory of what was lost there.
Look, I didn't want to say this over the phone, you'll understand. But if you want to find out more about, the things you were talking about, my friend Maura... Wait, do you know Maura? She had a visit last summer from a guy, some academic, who helped her out a lot actually with her herd when it was going through something. I'll ask her to give you his contact details.
Elliot! The right! Get them back!
Hera, to the right, go!
Thank you, Elliot.
Don't mention it.
Thank you for listening to episode 2 of Land's End. The show was written and created by me, Bibi June, with sound design and original composition by Amber Devereaux. Voice directing was done by Robin Holdaway, production management and script editing by Ross McFarlane, with shepherding consultancy from Yeva Swart. The Shepherd is voiced by Tobias Weatherburn, Sabine by Maeve de Bruin, Police Officer 1 by Sarah Griffin, Police Officer 2 by Bobby Bradley, and Elliot is played by Adam Kashmiri. The French and Dutch shepherds are played by Claire and Yeva, with additional voices from Robin Holdaway. The show is produced by Tinkin Audio, with executive production from me. If you are enjoying the show, you can support us by telling a friend, the internet, or really anyone who'll listen. You can also leave us a review. Thank you very much for listening.